Hi guys, welcome back. I'm so happy to be back. Today's topic is something that I'm still learning to deal with, and something that actually has helped me though grow a lot. And I want to share that with anyone, to you who's watching, in case you might feel or may have felt the same thing, gone through the same thing. Feel like that's like the message I always say, but no, it's true, because I just want people to know you're not alone. Like, you're not alone. Okay, anyways, that being said, I want to talk about misunderstanding. Sort of what that looks like to me, my journey with that, and what I've learned from it, what I've grown because of it, how I see it now, and how I'm handling it now in everyday life. Misunderstanding. There's two misunderstandings I'm going to talk about in this video, and the first one was a lot easier to become aware of and comprehend, and the second one was not something I still have to become aware of and accept and grow with. But once I get that, I feel like I'll be a more stronger person, and a person that is more at peace and feels more calm within herself. So that's why I also wanted to share that one with you guys. But the first misunderstanding I wanted to talk about was not being understood. I sort of always knew I had this deep mind, like everything was so deep to me, and I always had to think things through. And that was just my way of being ever since I could remember, which sometimes made it difficult for me to form strong connections with other people, because I felt that some people couldn't meet me as deeply as I met myself, and there was something wrong with me or them. And as I grew up and I realized that not everyone's gonna think the same way, not everyone's gonna be as expressive and open and vulnerable as I might be, or the person next door might be, but that we all have our own way of being, and then that's okay, even if it means we don't understand each other. So yeah, learning that and accepting that was one of the more easier things I had to do, which was, like, for me, in a way, common sense, because, like, of course no one's gonna be exactly like me. We're all different, and that's okay. We're not meant to be the same. Of course, having someone that understands you and relates to you and thinks the same way as you do is such a beautiful and blessing thing to have. That was my first resolution, learning that not everyone's gonna meet you the same way you meet yourself, and that's okay. I do want to mention how, to a degree, I feel like we all have depth to us. It's just not shown in the same way. I kind of see like depth and understanding sort of like water, like the ocean or a pond or a lake or a puddle. That's how I see it. And some of us just show it beautifully and express it wonderfully. Others might not be so open about it, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It doesn't take away any part of who you are. The second misunderstanding I want to talk about is not everyone's going to understand you. Wait, is that not the same thing I just said? Not being understood. This one is something I'm still learning, and I've become aware of it, so I hope that I'll get there, and I'll be very peace oriented and calm when someone doesn't understand me. But not being understood was so weird for me. It is so weird to me, because for some reason, like, in my head, I feel like I'm very, like, easy to read, or like my intentions come off clearly. And there's been a couple times where some people like misread a situation or misread my intentions of certain things, and I feel like taken aback just because the misunderstanding to me is like more harmful to the other person than it is to me. It's like they see themselves in a lower light compared to me, and it makes me feel bad because like you're basically like projecting your own insecurities onto me and making me see your insecurities through your eyes, and it's like I wouldn't think that way. And it was just so hard to comprehend because it was like what do you mean that you assume that I'm thinking you're this or that or whatever? Like, no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't think that. And in a way it made me like feel bad for them because wow, like it's sad to see you have this firm belief about yourself that you think that I would have that same firm belief about you, and it's a negative one. So and I wouldn't. And but it's like so weird because it's like not even like about me, it's like about them, and it makes me feel bad about them for thinking that, but I'm the one that like. So things like that made me realize how no matter how I might, no matter who I like, how sure of myself I am and how much I believe in my intentions, some people just won't see it the same way I see it. And like being okay with that and not having to over explain myself, over analyze it, and try to get them to understand that it's not like that was really draining for me, and it made me just more confused. I was having to explain all my actions towards them, all my thoughts and all my intentions, because if I wasn't, then it would be misinterpreted and I would be like, what the heck is happening? That's not how I feel. I feel like having that in front of me and seeing that made it so clear to me how wow, I really do try to be understood so much that when people like misunderstand my actions, I get so thrown off, and it wasn't good for me. It wasn't healthy. It was draining, and that's why I'm trying to learn the lesson of just acceptance. Just accept that some people don't see you the way you see yourself, and that's okay. Like, that's so fine as long as you're sure of who you are and love who you are and respect what you see in the mirror. That's all that matters. That's what I'm going to tell myself and how I'm going to think in order for this to become something I don't try to over explain, and just something I learn to accept. Acceptance is the best thing you could ever do for yourself. Just accepting what is. This is just for my own sanity. I don't need to know everything, understand everyone, people, myself, the world. I would drive myself crazy doing that, just like I did the past morning, I guess. And now that I've gotten like aware, now that I've learned and realized what it is that's making me feel this way, I feel like I can slowly change that way of being for myself. Just accept that some people won't understand you. You won't understand some people. And I think that's just part of being human. We're all unique and different. And no matter how much we can relate to each other and understand each other, we're not always gonna understand each other. And yeah, I hope this is like I got everything. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, I'm glad. Should I ask a journal question? I feel like I should ask a journal question. Ooh. What do you think about when someone doesn't understand you, and are you someone that accepts it and moves on, or someone that feels the need to explain yourself? And what does that say about you? Either situations. Yeah, it's such a beautiful everyone. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time.